My first year. Oh, I'm just thinking in my mind about how I'm going to get better at this. I'm going to get better at this. I'm going to get better at making these videos, speaking, recording, using my voice when the inspiration is the strongest. But I left this inspired voice message for my friend. Maybe I'll try and extract the clip later, but I just felt like I needed to, okay, when the inspiration hits, I'm going. And I wanted to share that I was lying in bed this morning and I'd woken up quite early. I went to like a 5:30 a.m. online meeting and I did some work. I've been learning about my birth story and what was going on March 20th, 1978. And I was lying in bed and I was tired, like so tired. And I'd already had my green tea. I'd had my first coffee and I was tired and I was like, oh, and I found myself making excuses for how I could stay in bed for as long as possible. And then, I don't know, something else hit and I threw the blankets up and pulled my clothes on and I decided to go for a run. Now, I'm not a runner. I mean, I have run. I've done a 10K. I've done, there's various different things that I have done, but I'm not like, I've never been a committed runner. And I just felt like I needed to get, I'm like, okay, 15 minutes. And so I went out and I just started running and it was kind of more like a jog walk. I feel like I was running a couple of times, but the important part about what I'm sharing here is that I could feel like information, how it's like, oh, this big idea that shows up in the shower, maybe it's after you've like moved your body or whatever. I mean, I'm sure there's both science and like body wisdom and a whole bunch of other things that start to like get flowing and moving, and it allows this to pop in and become real for you. But I was coming around the final corner towards the house, and I suddenly began thinking about how when I was younger, my mom, she tried to teach me how to be alone. And for her, it was be alone because being alone is safe. Being alone means nobody can hurt you. Being alone it means you're strong. And I'm not sure whether I ever like really wanted that. And I know that certainly the child, when I was a child and she left, it was when I was 8 or 9. I can never quite remember, but I sure didn't want to be alone. But over the years, she moved out and she was on her own for the majority of her life, living alone. There was people, some family and stuff, but and I suddenly felt like I had this tinge of the old parts of me that are like pissed off at her because of that. But then immediately what popped in was actually like really, really deep gratitude. Because maybe had she not, like when I went to university, and I love people. Anyone who knows me, I love people. I love being around people. I get my energy. I'm like extrovert, But I lived alone in a basement suite in my first year away in university. And then my second year, I lived with someone at that time. But I never, that was kept from me. But I think what it did give me, because I had the timing for me was what the timing for me, and I had the wisdom to take things further and further and further and really become genuinely okay and with being alone. Like I fucking love myself. It doesn't feel super potent all the time. But so many things in my life have changed because I've begun to love myself. And I live alone. Well, my son is here, and even when he's with his dad, he's still here in my heart. But, I classify myself as a single mom living alone. And I have learned to be alone. But what it is actually, the wisdom that it's giving me, what came to me as I was coming around that bend, was this being alone has made me realize I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I want to be with people. I want to be with people that I love and cherish, and that cherish me, and that nourish me, and that make me laugh, and that I can make laugh, and that I can dance with. I mean, that's like, I feel like this is such a cliche thing that I'm saying, but it's like the revelation for me, as simple as it is, this morning, like, it's funny as I'm saying this, I'm like, don't fuck with my alone time, because I really like cherish that, and I need that, and I need my mornings, and I need like 2 to 3 hours by myself, and I like to go to bed, and I like to be quiet, and I'm doing my evening ritual. But the in-between times, I don't want to be alone. Okay, that's it. I'm grateful that I recorded it, and I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but this shall be my first public YouTube video. With deep love for myself and for all of you.